Okay, in this video, we're going to show how to subtract integers using counters. And maybe at first glance, this seems a little bit more difficult or abstract, I suppose, from adding integers. But I hope that after you watch this video, at least it makes sense one way that we can demonstrate subtracting integers besides just memorizing the rules. We want to know a little bit deeper into how that works. If this is helpful for you, if using counters is helpful for you when learning what's going on with subtracting integers, and that's great. If the number line method works better for you, or you can relate to that one better, that's fine. And if you just want to memorize the rules, add the opposite and such, then that's okay too. But hopefully this is at least helpful to somebody. Let's start with a few problems. But actually, before we even start, I want to make one kind of, want to show you one principle here, and this is going to be key to understanding subtracting integers using counters. Here I have represented with the yellows a positive 3, okay, a positive 3. Now, we know from before that a positive and a yellow together cancel each other out, and we usually call that a zero pair or maybe a zero sum. And so up here, what I have represented is still 3, because since these two cancel, if this was 4 and this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is a negative 1, this positive 1 and this negative 1 would cancel, and you're still left with 3. And if I added more to it, more zero pairs to it, I'm still representing, the total I'm representing is still just this 3. If I added an extra 1 over here, now it's 4, and this cancels out to 0. Okay? Please keep that in mind, because this is going to the zero pairs, because that's going to kind of help explain the way of what we're going to do next. Now, let's start with this equation here, 6 minus 5. Okay, I know that we learned that in elementary school, 6 minus 5, right? Here's our 6, and if we want to subtract 5, we just take 5 away. Great, we're done, we have 1. Okay, here's how we would represent that using zero pairs. Here is my 6, okay, here's my 6. And then over here, I'm going to represent a zero pair set of 5 negatives and 5 positives. 5 negatives and 5 positives. Okay? Because we're in subtracting. So if I show it this way, since I'm subtracting positive 5, what I can do is essentially, this is my 6, I'm subtracting a positive 5. If I take away this positive 5, then essentially what I'm left with is this negative 5 here. And then when I make zero pairs again, these cancel each other out, these cancel each other out, these cancel each other out, cancel, cancel, I'm left with positive 1. Now again, for that problem, you're probably not going to do that, but it's good to see the principle of why and how that works, because now we're going to go to number 2. Here is my, starting with negative 3. Okay, negative 3, and I'm subtracting 2. Well, you can't just combine those. Those would be adding. So I need to take away something on the right side. Since I have a negative 3 over here, I need to take away positive 2. The easiest way to represent that, or one way to represent that, is to start out with my negative 3, and now I have a set of positive 2's and a set of negative 2's. So if I now, and since subtraction is take away, maybe it would be useful to put this here. Since subtraction is take away, if I start out with negative 3 and I'm subtracting a positive 2, when I take away positive 2, I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5. Right? Left with negative 5. Hopefully you see that. Let's try another one. Say I start out with positive 2. And I'm going to take away positive 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make my 0 pairs. Okay, I have a positive 2. I'm going to take away a positive 5. So if I start out with positive 2, I take away my positive 5. I'm left with negative 5. And now I can add these or combine these together. These cancel, I'm left with negative 3. You may have learned add the opposite. So look, 6 plus negative 5, 1. Negative 3 plus negative 2, negative 5. 2 plus negative 5, negative 3. This is a way to represent that again. Let's try one more. 4, okay, and I'm taking away negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to make 0 pairs. Look at that, okay, so I have positive 4, and I'm taking away negative 7. So positive 4, here was my negative 7, taking all these away, I'm left with positive 7. So now 4 and positive 7 equals positive 11. Okay, again, I hope that's helpful, and that is one way to demonstrate subtracting integers, what happens when subtract integers using counters. Thanks for watching.